Hi, welcome to the Come Together podcast. I'm here. My name's Lisa. I'm here with Amy and
Danny.
Today we're going to be discussing the first impressions of recovery. How we felt going to like your first meetings or discovering recovery. I'll go first, shall I?
Yeah.
I think it was just I was so fearful when I walked in my first meeting because I went on my own. I'd heard of it and was told to go and told where the church was and stuff to go, but walking up there it was like, what do I expect? What is what's going to happen when I walk in here? What's it going to be like? And I walked in and it was like so overwhelming because it was like all these people who was all like me and had all had different obviously usage, but was clean and was like happy with it. And I'd always found whenever I stopped taking drugs that everything was just shit. I didn't know how to live, didn't know how to fucking think, overthinked. Everything was just wrong in everything I did. But walking into that first meeting, I was just really emotional. I remember sitting there and there was reading all these readings and I was just crying. There were just tears rolling down my face. And the lady who came over to me, but she's now my sponsor, and she's like, she sat with me through the whole meeting, and she was just holding my hand, and I was like, and it was really comforting, and they was all really nice, and I was like, what the fuck, I was really shocked, really, because I'd never met so many people in one room who was in recovery and all doing well, and it was just so good for hear different variations on it. I'd never experienced anything like it in my life, you know what I mean? It was all like, wow. And it's been that way ever since, I'd say. But what about you?
I remember going to a meeting when I was 25, like in 2003, and I went after work on a Friday night because I was like, right, okay, this drug taking's become a bit of a problem because it's gone from weekends to through the week. And I walked in and it was in the city centre of Manchester. There was about 130 people in this meeting, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? I was dead fearful, and I just was like, halfway through, just walked out like, this isn't for me. And then it wasn't until 2017 when the drug taking had become a lot worse. I was at rock bottom. That I came back. I started going back to meetings, and the love that I was shown. I believe a seed was planted back in 2017, and I knew where the solution was, but I wasn't ready to surrender. It took me till 2023, to fully admit that I was an addict, that I can't do it on my own, and I needed the meetings. And that's, ever since then, I've kept in the middle of the boat with recovery. And yeah, I'm just blessed to have it in my life. And I love the people in the fellowship. I love what, people have carried me through some of the really dark times, when people kept telling me to keep coming back, and they'd show me love, even though I kept going back out using. They showed me love, and yeah,
it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So my first meeting, I'd been going to a different service for a while, and I kept hearing people saying like, "You're going to the meeting tonight. You're going to the meeting tonight," and I kept wondering, what's this meeting they're on about? And eventually, I asked someone, and they told me it was Narcotics Anonymous, and they took me that night, and it was the Powerhouse in Warrington when it used to be in James Lee, and it was like Danny said, there was like over 100 people in there. And they're all like, I remember just feeling so scared and not understanding what they're on about, because they're using all these big words about spiritual principles and all that stuff, and I'm like, what? I just didn't understand it, but, I kept coming back. And eventually I started to understand once my head stopped racing and I got comfortable knowing people and knowing faces, I started to settle a bit and open my ears a bit more. I understand it. And I got onto the steps. I got a sponsor and everything like that. It was when I stopped going to meetings that I relapsed, and I've had to do that again and again. You know, I had to do it when I moved up here. Come back into that room of no one that I knew, in a new city, new place, on a relapse, put my tail between my legs and walk back into a room again. And it is daunting, but it's the best decision I ever made. You know, it got me back on the steps and everything like that. And, you know, my life just improved so much since coming back. You know, they say the shame's not in coming back, it's in not coming back.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's the thing, they always welcome you back. You know, you see that many people come in, and even if they've relapsed or they're having a bad time, and you know what, we're like stepping back and isolating ourselves, and we're always welcome back. And you know what I mean, there's always, you know, someone you can recognise there that's, you know, you've seen before and stuff like that. And just the love and the support, isn't it? You know, and just the similarities, you know what I mean, with us. But yeah, I'd never known anything like it. Like I said, I've been in recovery before, like initially coming off, you know, like heroin and stuff, but not had, you know, the support network that NA gives you. And it's just been an amazing time since I did come in. And it's mad how the steps work as well. We were saying before, in sequence, you know, and something always relevant in my life happens when I'm on the next step. You know, it's like flipping heck. But yeah, that's my power lap. But yeah, I'm just really grateful to have it in my life, and it seems like we're all on it.
Definitely, 100%.
Right, we'll have to leave it there for this week, but thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe and share.